You know that feeling when paths don't line up with where you want to go? That feeling. In all fairness, when these songlines were first sung, I don't think these walls were here. Or these metal gears. No worries, I come prepared, because prophecies. I do love their style.
You like the hardcore mechanist aesthetic, Saga? So I'm guessing we've probably popped into the Great Machine in Arcadia. At least, I mean, if anything should be called the Great Machine, it should look something like this.
This is so enormous. I'm almost impressed. But I've seen too much. I'm just too jaded. It's like being inside a massive mechanical Swiss watch. This is so enormous. I'm almost impressed. But I've seen too much. I'm just too jaded.
Ah, I see a place we may be able to get to.
There's a gap and I can feel a draft. This is it, the way out. It's like being inside a massive mechanical Swiss watch. Not what I'm looking for. This is it. I just need to switch it off. Luckily, I came prepared.
With spatula?
Second one from Perfect Fit. The spatula really is the queen of kitchen utensils. I feel like I'm playing life on cheat mode.
Well, if you're getting prophecies that tell you exactly what to do, yeah, you kind of are.
I'll need to stop those gears from moving before I can squeeze through.
Already done. Man, it must be really loud in here. Huh, that's cool. Ah, there's a familiar pillar of light.
That's him, down there. I hope I'm not too late. No, we should be good. I'm on schedule. Hang in there, Alvani.
And she knows his name.
He looks very dead. He's not dead.
He's only mostly dead.
This looks pretty sturdy. Sturdy enough for a rope. And me.
Alright then. It's a good thing she had enough rope.
Shit, there's a lot of blood. I really hope I'm not too late. Drink.
So, for the first time, the chapter does not end after the interlude. I guess you could also say this is part of the last interlude if you want to. But, yeah, I think this is probably just continuing on with the final chapter. Because usually, after we have been with Saga, the chapter ends and another one starts. Who do we have here? I see Brian Westhouse. Back at his Arcadia home in Marcuria.
Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Will you not stay silent for one bloody minute? I can't. I can't think. I can't sleep. I can't dream. I can't have you inside me. You're eating me up. Why are you not doing what I've asked you to do? You're supposed to give me power. You're supposed to serve me, not the other way around. Stop whispering. Magic must be destroyed for the worlds to become one, for Stark and Arcadia to reconnect, for me to return home. You must help me accomplish this. You must listen to me. You see, if magic leaks into Stark, it'll cause chaos and mayhem. Millions will die. I don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. It must be done.
So Brian is the prophet. That's a twist I didn't see coming. Who am I kidding? Of course I saw that coming.
Brian's possessed by the Undreaming. He brings it to Arcadia, and then it starts talking to him? Controlling him?
Sounded to me like he wanted to control it.
But why?
To destroy magic?
There must be more to it than that.
I'm just repeating what he said. Come on, there's much more.
I like how Crow basically reflected all the fans there who said, yeah, we knew that Brian was probably the prophet. It wasn't a huge twist. And based on what he was saying there, my best guess as to what Brian's motivation was. Now, bear in mind, the very last scene of the previous game was Cortez, the Red Dragon, making sure that Brian survived his trek in Tibet so that he would get to the monastery. And once there, Brian seemed to want to travel across the divide, perhaps because he'd been told that he could meet the Undreaming there. So as surprised as he was in the last scene for the Undreaming to show up and possess him, it almost seems implied that that was part of the plan. That when he would absorb it, he would be able to control it. Perhaps in some similar way as to how Zoe and Lux are now joined. And the reason that he wanted to destroy magic was, on the one hand, he wanted the Twin Worlds, Arcadia and Stark, to be reunited, because originally they were one world. So that's the, quote, natural state for them to be in. But if they actually were joined together with Arcadia awash in magic, then basically you'd get what happened during the collapse, which is you have magic leaking into Stark and causing chaos and death and destruction. And he wanted to avoid that, so I guess he thought that if he could rejoin the worlds with Arcadia devoid of magic, you wouldn't get the kind of destruction like the collapse. It would be a peaceful reunification. So that's why he and the Undreaming apparently joined up in order to try to rid Arcadia of magic, and to do that, he donned the guise of the Prophet in order to lead the Azadi on their anti-magic crusade, using their religion as the means to do that. Now, I could certainly be wrong, but that's my best guess as to what Brian's motivation is. Plus, it's a nice added point that the reason when April first met him that he seemed to be a drunkard was because he was trying to use the alcohol to silence the Undreaming's ceaseless whispering to him.
I've been here before.
The Dark People's Library. Something happened here that Okay, here we go.
Who's there? Hello? Funny Bird, is that you? Oh, I didn't see you. Are you looking for something? Wait, no. What are you?
He killed the White Dragon.
Yeah, and I was there. I saw Mr. Westhouse, and he saw me. He tried to kill me too, but I was struck with something from that pointy magic stick of his, and I blacked out. Next thing I know, I was stowed away on a ship to Sadir. I must have crawled into a barrel or something. I didn't remember any of it until the Prophet grabbed me. I hurt him. There was blood, and I don't know what happened next, but his blood, that's what's helping me pull you into these memories. The Prophet's blood. Is that weird?
No weirder than anything else I've experienced this past week.
Welcome to my life.
Another thing that fans had guessed was probably true, which was that Brian Westhouse, or at least the Prophet, had killed the White Dragon. Although with what, we don't know yet. Something long and pointy. There's the Prophet.
Do you question the goddess, Utana?
Of course not. I just want... I need to understand why all non-humans must be destroyed.
Magic is an aberration. It has no place in this cosmos. It's chaos, and chaos interferes with logic, with the engine, with her plans.
This I understand. Reunification cannot happen as long as Arcadia is ruled by magic. But the non-humans...
If we are to fulfill the wishes of the goddess, we must purify the world. Only then can the mechanical engine serve her. Do you understand now?
Yes, Master. My office will establish camps and ship non-humans to the islands. And I'll find someone to spearhead the program to eradicate magicals.
Good. I'll be leaving for the Northlands soon, to oversee the final construction of the tower and the engine. I trust Azadir is in good hands.
The masked council answers to me only. The Six will continue to heed our advice. Sadir belongs to us, Master Prophet.
And this new emissary?
Sister Saya will join you. She's young, but clever and loyal. She'll serve you well in Marcuria.
I trust your judgment. Send word when the camps are ready, Utana.
Did you understand that?
No, but that was Mother Utana. She took me in after I arrived in Sadir. I did some work for her. She helped me get back to Marcuria. Kian and her appeared to be very close until she stabbed him with a knife to the belly.
She what?
That just happened. Out there, before the Prophet wrung my neck, and oh, Mother of Ravens, I remember now. I remember what happened. I think I died. Am I dead?
You're here, that's all I know. So Mother Utana serves the Prophet, and the Prophet orchestrates the destruction of magicals. Which means Westhouse is responsible for actual genocide. God.
I feel weird, Zoe. I don't like this feeling. I'm scared.
I'm sorry, Crow.
Yes, so the anti-magical conspiracy as far as the Azadi goes, is actually headed by Mother Utena, not Sister Saya or Vamond. Poor Kian. It's basically like a surrogate mother for him. When Crow mentioned that this is being made possible because Crow was in contact with some of the Prophet's blood, probably while he was pecking at him just before he got his neck broken, that's why probably all of these memories are Brian's memories.
That place, it was filled with numbers and calculations, an eternity of equations. I couldn't find my way out. It was terrifying. So much power. I owe you my life, sir.
And now you will serve me.
How?
You'll help me build something. A mechanical engine.
Like that calculator I was trapped inside?
Something like it, but much greater. On a scale never before seen. In return, I'll grant you power.
Power? What kind of power?
The kind you once knew, Necromancer King.
That was a long time ago. Another age. One in which magic meant something. I accept your proposition. So what's next? What did you do? What did you put inside me?
Something to keep safe. Something that must remain hidden.
It whispers to me.
Don't listen to it. The Undreaming has ambitions. Best we don't let those ambitions loose on the world. Not yet. Tell no one of this. There are those who are willing to commit murder to get to what's inside you.
My lips are sealed, Master. I swear.
Only the scepter can shatter the shard of the soul stone you carry within.
The soul stone? My soul stone?
It was never yours, wizard. But yes, a piece of it. This scepter and the soul stone were forged from the same dream at the beginning of everything.
Is that the silver spear of Gorimon? Where did you find it? It harbors great and ancient magics. Could I?
No. And not magic. This is an object older than magic. It can both control and destroy magic. It's capable of slicing through the fabric between worlds.
It's so beautiful.
I spent decades looking for it. I found it with one of the Dryad kin.
It looks alive?
It's been fed the blood of dragons, charged with the oldest magic of them all. It's finally ready. And once my engine has been built, the scepter's true powers will be revealed. You'll stay close to me. In Marcuria, I'll call on you when I need you. With the help of the Azadi nation, you'll build my engine. They're eager for the power they believe it'll grant them. They'll serve me, their prophet. In exchange, you'll have everything you could ever want. You'll be there, next to me, reshaping worlds. I look forward to it, Master.
I knew that wizard couldn't be trusted.
I could have told you that. Wait, I did. He was there. Clax. When the Prophet broke my neck, he's working for the Prophet.
So Klax has a shard of the Soul Stone inside him. That must be the same Soul Stone I brought to Lux. Why does the Prophet need to keep it safe?
Something to do with the Undreaming?
The Undreaming. It's inside that shard. It's not inside Westhouse because then it'd be controlling him, and he's the one controlling it. You were right, Crow.
I was? I think this is what I was supposed to show you.
Okay, so what's next?
We keep walking, I guess. I mean, maybe there's more to see.
Okay, so couple really interesting revelations here. I remember I was pretty impressed after this last scene when I first saw it. So first of all, the Soul Stone inside Zoe is not the entire Soul Stone. There is at least one other piece of it, and it is currently inside Roper Klax. Apparently, Westhouse found out about its ability to hold these primordial dream entities and has locked the Undreaming inside of that Soul Stone. That way he has more control over his plan to reunite the worlds, and has been able to at least somewhat delegate the Undreaming to his own personal tool to do that, instead of being controlled by him. Also, of course, we now know that Roper Klax was indeed the original Necromancer King who was overthrown in a great rebellion on Gien. But even more, what really impressed me about these revelations was that it took two very innocuous events from the original game and turned them into crucial plot points. And I have to admit, I thought that was really cool. The first one is the calculator. When April Ryan defeats Roper Klax in the original game, she uses a calculator and somehow he gets trapped inside of it. And when it happened, it seemed such a random way to end that fight, to the point where I was convinced it was a joke. And maybe it was originally, when it was first written in the original game. Because it had a kind of comical ending. Instead of having this great, magical duel between April and Roper Klax, she just shows him a calculator and he gets sucked inside of it. But now that's been turned into this idea of the mechanical engine. Because Roper Klax got trapped inside this calculator, he was somehow able to figure out its workings, figure out how machines and calculators work, which is not something you would normally learn in Arcadia, the realm of magic. So he was able, using that first-hand experience, to devise this huge mega calculator that works with dreams. So that was pretty cool. The other thing is that it turns out that the Prophet's staff, you notice it has a big headpiece on it, but that headpiece tapers away towards, like a point, like a spearhead. And that's because the top of that staff is just a covering. Underneath it is the actual spearhead that he used that we saw in the previous scene for him to kill the White Dragon. So that's actually the Silver Spear of Goromon, which again was really just an innocuous throwaway item talked about in a random storybook in the first game that you had no obligation to read. It was just a side thing, just talking about general mythologies and legends from Arcadia. So taking this idea of the Silver Spear and now once again bringing it back into the story as a major plot point was pretty cool, because in the storybook it said that the legend is all about a spear that could slay a dragon. And then the commentary on it is that it probably doesn't exist. Nothing can destroy the powerful kin. But it turns out that it actually is true. While the legend itself may be false or exaggerated, the actual spear does exist, and it can apparently kill dragons. So the real question is how many dragons have fallen to it. Because for sure we only know that the White was killed. Now the White says that she couldn't hear the other dragons' voices anymore in the previous game. So it could be that Brian has killed all of them. but we don't know that for sure. I see a familiar person working on a painting.
April?
You. I should have guessed you'd be here. Or it's not actually you. This place is strange. You're probably just an echo. A ghost. What was that whole thing about find her, save her? I found you, but I didn't save you. I didn't save anyone.
You did.
How?
I was trapped. You freed me.
You died.
And was reborn.
Reborn? How? You're not telling. Or this echo is incomplete. I know this can't be you. Not really, because you're dead, and this is just... So, what do I do now? I'm supposed to save the dream, but I don't know how.
What have you learned?
I don't know. Westhouse brought the Undreaming to Arcadia. First, it was inside him, but then he put it into the Soulstone shard. He became the prophet, and he manipulated the Azadi people, freed Klax, and... Klax? The shard's inside Klax. Which means the Undreaming is inside Klax. And that spear can shatter it.
The one that killed the White Dragon?
The silver spear of Gorimon? That's what you were supposed to show me, Crow. The key to destroying the shard and unleashing the Undreaming. The Undreaming isn't the real danger here. I mean, yes, it is dangerous, but only because Westhouse is using it, controlling it. We need to unleash the Undreaming.
That sounds a teensy-weensy bit risky.
I know, but this is what has to happen. I don't know why I know. Maybe because Lux knows, and Lux is part of me now.
We find the spear and murder Klax and unleash the Undreaming, all by ourselves?
We can't. We need help. We need...
Kian.
Kian. If I can get word to Kian, then there's still hope. But I need to get out of here. How do I get out of here?
Good luck, Zoe. Hey, funny bird.
April?
Are you ready to go now?
Yeah, I am. I've missed you, April.
I've missed you too. Come on, Crow. We have a long journey ahead of us.
I'm back. I'm back. Well, my mind's back. I know what I need to do, but... still in the fucking pod. I need to get out of the pod right now. Okay, so I don't think Helena knows I'm awake. Better keep it that way, or she'll just drug me again.
Okay. So a very bittersweet scene right there. Us fans finally got to see April, quote-unquote, in the flesh one last time. And you see that she was heading off on some journey with Crow. That was going to be, I believe the original idea was that was going to be a whole different game called The Longest Journey Home, which was a stretch goal for the Kickstarter campaign. Unfortunately, it was not, did not reach that particular funding goal. And at the moment, Ragnar has said that he doesn't plan on doing a game like that anytime soon. But again, our patience has paid off twice before, so maybe sometime in the, 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, we'll finally be able to see the ending of April's journey, so to speak, where she and Crow have headed off there. But for now, that's as far as we know. We're back with Zoe here at Jiva, and this is Chapter 13. It's, I believe every game has 13 chapters, so this is the very, very last part of the story, and every single last chapter is always called The Longest Journey, and this one was no exception.
That panel operates the pod, and it's right there. Only a thin sheet of plastic away, a thin sheet of very, very strong plastic.
So the question is, how do we get out of here?
Dad! Is he okay? He looks unharmed. Oh, thank God. Mother, dearest. I can't believe that bitch is my biological mum.
So what to do? It looks like we can barely move our arms, and that's about it.
No, if Eleanor hears me, she'll drug me again. And then, that's the end of it. Of everything. No, if she hears me, she'll gas me again, and then the end.
Okay, so clearly we can't do anything as far as speaking.
That panel operates the pod, and it's right there. Only a thin sheet of plastic away, a thin sheet of very, very strong plastic.
Is there anything else we can interact with? We seem to have limited options.
Looks like reality is wavering, breaking apart. The walls between dream and reality are starting to get thin near that vortex. It's Eingana's doing. And mine. Wait, does that mean I can... Yes! I'm on the border between waking and dream. Story time's right here, a thought away, which means I can shape dreams. I can change reality.
And of course, this is exactly, in a way, what Helena wants, but we can also twist that to our advantage. Now, in the waking world, Zoe has access to all of her dream powers that she had at the very beginning of the game. Also, I like the fact that she used the exact same phrase that Brian Westhouse used in his journal entry there.
Locked. With a code, of course.
Well, we do have mind-reading powers. You ever read Gabriel's mind?
He's woozy, but the only thing on his mind is me. He's really worried. Hang in there, Dad. I'll get you out of this, I promise. Come on, Helena. It must be in there somewhere, the code. You must have been thinking about it just there. Got it. 7914. Okay, so let's try this. 7914.
What? This isn't right. You shouldn't be able to... Hold on, Zoe? Just wait. Let's talk this through. If you don't reconnect with Eingana, the wave field will collapse before it's reached the correct amplitude. Don't you understand? This reality is perfectly entangled with the proto-reality. I need you back inside to make the necessary changes. Look, Zoe, I'll be happy to explain everything once...
Haha.
Hold on, Zoe? Just wait.
Yep, she's going to try to gas us again.
Let's talk this through. If you don't reconnect with Eingana, the wave field will collapse before it's reached the correct amplitude. Don't you understand? This reality is perfectly entangled...
Stop.
Your powers are manifesting an observed reality. independent of the quantum field generated by Ungana. That's interesting. That means the world is changing. You're in control. It's working, Zoe. It's working. It's beginning to...
Enough, Eleanor.
Oh, put that thing down, Gabrielle. We both know you won't use it.
Our contract is void. Wati security is right outside that door, and you've set your insane project in motion. What's stopping me from killing you, right now?
Her? You won't kill your little girl's mother in front of...
What's that? What's happening?
I don't know. This never occurred in any of my models.
The cut. It's closing up.
It's temporary. You'll need to have it looked at by a proper medic before the night's over, or you'll bleed to death.
Is this magic?
Who cares? It's saving your life. Delaying death.
Utana. She did this. Who are you?
Long story. How are you feeling?
Better. Good.
Great. We're running a bit short on time, so you'll have to excuse me.
Very impressive. What school of sorcery is this?
Not magic. And shut up. I'm trying to focus. Hey.
Hey?
Nice outfit.
Thanks. You've opened a portal between Stark and Arcadia.
It's called a shift.
You're a shifter?
Not really. I usually walk paths that are already open. To be honest, I'm not very good at this. I need to stay right here to keep this shift open, so we'll have to skip the handshakes and move on to the main event. Kian, Zoe, Zoe, Kian. I know you guys are supposed to speak. That's why we're all here. So speak. And, make it quick?
We've met before in...
We have. We keep missing each other and...
We do. You don't... What?
You first. Zoe.
I know who the Prophet is, and I know how to stop the Undreaming. Or at least, I think I do. It might not work, but it's all we have, and... Roper Clax. He's the key. He has a shard of the Soul Stone inside him, but we need the Silver Spear of Gorimon to destroy it, and that's...
Zoe. Slow down. The Undreaming.
A destructive force, capable of unmaking the universe. The Prophet's using it to destroy magic and reunite the worlds.
And this magical spear?
The Silver Spear of Gorimon. The Prophet used it to kill the Draic kin, charging it with dragon's blood. He needs it to destroy magic and alter the dream. The spear is the only thing that can shatter the shard inside Clax.
Of course. And where do we find the spear?
The Prophet carries it with him. I don't think he lets it out of his sight.
So, find the Prophet, find the spear.
And probably Clax.
Clax was here. I punched him, but he got away.
Someone survived being punched by you.
I held back. He called himself an engineer.
The Prophet's been using Clax, like he's been using your people.
But why does he want to kill magicals?
Maybe, in his own twisted head, Brian believes he's doing the universe a favor.
Could you guys get a move on? I'm not sure how long I can keep this doorway open.
We need to stop the Prophet, Kian. And we stop him by destroying the shard of the Soul Stone Roper Clax carries inside him.
You're certain this will stop the Undreaming?
I think so. It feels right. Besides, what have we got to lose?
Nothing. Everything. But if we can stop the Prophet by taking his spear and killing a wizard, this is something I can do.
I'm coming with you.
No.
No, you can't. We're not done here.
I'll see the two of you afterwards.
No, you won't.
What?
Nothing. I'm Saga.
I'm Zoe. But you know that.
Listen, this may look easy, but it's not. Weight of worlds on my shoulders, the pull of alien gravities, knees buckling, etc. So you need to not distract me.
Okay. Sorry. What should I...
We wait. I opened the shift, you spoke to Kian, that's why I was sent here. What comes next? It's not up to me.
How do you know all this?
Because that's how the story goes. And it's been written, and we can't change that. Now shush.
Okay, okay.
Okay, we need to go up and find Klaxon the Prophet. That's nice being Kian again. He runs at a nice, good pace. And as you can see here, just as in Stark, reality is collapsing.
There's a deep hum that's making my bones vibrate.
See all the shard and fracturing going on here. Still see way down there is Zoe and Saga with the shift. Ooh, don't fall. Now, let's see. How do we get across here? That's where we just came from. Do we not just jump up from there? Maybe not. Or am I missing a lever? I don't think I am. Oh. No?
The energies appear to be agitated. They're moving faster.
I can't make my way back here, so it's got to be something on this side. I keep thinking I'm missing a lever. Or maybe a chain or a rope. Ah, here we go. It is on the chain.
Oh, sorcery.
Not really, but great that you could make it.
Who the hell are you?
Is everyone gonna ask me that question?
Yep.
Who am I kidding? Of course everyone's going to ask me that question. I'm just the woman keeping the doorway open because I was asked to do so and I couldn't really say no. I have no idea who you are, lady, so I'm going to guess you're not that important. But him? He's got a job to do.
Is that Stark? Is that Stark through there?
Is it?
Yep. Hi, Zoe.
Anna. This one's Ferdow's.
I always believed the stories about a mirror world. Oh, but this... it's incredible.
Where's Kian? Is he alright? We lost contact with him.
He went after the Prophet.
Of course he did.
I'm sorry, but Saga, how are these two going to help?
I don't know. I'm a glorified doorkeeper. Why don't you ask them?
Don't look at me. He's the star here. Ferdow's. Ferdow's, stop staring at that bloody portal.
Oh, yeah, hello.
Tell this one what you're planning.
I
I was gonna feed the engine a series of calculations designed to make it, well, to force it to, stop.
You mean crash it?
Crash? Yes. Yes, exactly. How did you know? Do you also code spheres?
Spheres? I guess you could say that. So you can force the engine to crash?
Yes. I mean, no. I could have. Not anymore. It stopped taking new instructions when it began running the final calculations and...
There's no way to get in?
No, it's a closed system. Once the final set of instructions are running, there's nothing that I mean, I didn't write the core operational code. If I knew more about how that code functions, then maybe...
Do you have schematics? Diagrams?
Diagrams? Of the engine? Well, I don't. But they keep diagrams right here. You know, I could probably find some.
Get them. I happen to know the most brilliant engineer there is, in Stark at least. If anyone can wrap their head around a steampunk calculating engine, it's Wit. Saga, can Fadal's pass through the shift?
No idea. But you made it through without being torn into a billion pieces, so the odds are decent.
Got them. What was that about a billion pieces?
Let's go.
Huh?
Friend of Keon's? Not really, no. So, this is some sort of magic portal between worlds. Something like that. Huh.
Well then, a KON Technologica?
The most advanced engine there is, yeah. Wait, you're not speaking English? I guess you weren't speaking English in the first place, but I still understand you. Do you understand me?
Huh. Koe?
I guess that was expecting too much. Well, we're gonna have to make this as simple and as visual as possible. Mira, put Wit on. No. Shut up. No discussions. Do it now. Please. Wit? Zoe. I need your help, and fast. Hold on, I'm sending you some schematics. I need you to figure out a way to get this system caught in an infinite loop. And for Daos, watch. Hey, watch this.